In the matter of People versus Frost, on file number 241937. Morning, good afternoon, Mr. Gus.
Good afternoon, James Gus on behalf of Mr. Frost. Today's time and date, so for the sentencing, we have reviewed the pre-sentence report. We believe it is accurate. I believe the recommendations are appropriate given the facts and circumstances.
All right. Anything, Mr. Frost, that you want to add? Or Mr. Gus, anything further?
Well, the only thing, I was wondering about the state police $300 reimbursement fee.
I've had some concerns with District 3 on the chaos that appears to be going on through their through this district with regard to management and the operation and how it's affected citizens and the operation of some of the interaction between citizens and the state police. That has affected those that hold the standard of the state police. So with regard to that, I have been there are certain situations where I will include that. I will not include it in these situations. With regard to the recommendations, then I'll adopt as amended. $600 of fines and costs. Strike number 7, and then time to pay. We'll start with 60 days. Is there anything else?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Gus. Good luck, Mr. Gus. In the matter of People versus Miller, file number 242781.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Albert Smith on behalf of Ms. Miller, who stands to my right at the podium. We have received a copy of the report. We have no additions, corrections, or deletions.
Anything else by way of elocution?
Your Honor, we just asked for time to pay in this matter. Ms. Miller, we believe the recommendations are appropriate. I do believe she's been taking this seriously, and she does understand that the court will likely want to her to see some sort of treatment as well as fines and costs. She has been on disability, I believe SSI, and she has also put in applications at Walmart, Kroger, and as in the Bay City Police Department as a crossing guard, to no avail though, while her license is currently restricted. So we would just ask the court to keep that in mind.
Anything, Ms. Miller, that you wish to add?
Sir.
All right. I see you have no prior record. I was kind of curious though what the band was, what was so terrible that drove you out of there.
They were just that. I like country music and they were not country, so I was like, all right, time to go.
If it's that day, I think they were playing one-hit wonders from the 70s and 80s. I doubt that they were playing the good 70s or 80s. Music. So, I don't believe we'll see you through the system again. I imagine this has been enough for you to not come through again and to take whatever steps you need. So you won't do it again. Adopt the recommendations as amended. $450 fines and costs. See my conversations previous case with regard to number 8. Time to pay. We'll start with 60 days. We'll work with you in your time to pay. Good luck with everything.
If you do a register of action.
In the matter of People versus Stokes on 242444. Is there a Stokes? Mr. Nisons, is your client here? I'm sorry, I didn't see it, just stepped out.
No, Your Honor, he's not.
Appearance for the record.
Ryan Mason, on behalf of Mr. Stokes, the defendant, had tried to contact him multiple times.
I thought we had there is another warrant outstanding for him. And so bench warrant with a hold.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Herman, who do you have?
Mackey?
We're looking for apparently that file. Was there three? I don't know, file number 3. All right. In the matter of People versus Mackey on 235554, appearances for the record.
Excuse me. I got a lawyer. He's not my lawyer.
Who's your lawyer?
Alan Crawford, but somebody's here for them filling in.
Khadijah Swim. That's why I was
Ms. Swims?
confused.
All right. All right, we'll wait for Ms. Swims to get here. I think she's standing in for Mr. Crawford. But why, I'll wait for her to tell you what I'm gonna say. So, all right, we'll wait for Ms. Swims. Ms. Smith, are you ready on Williams? All right. In the matter of People versus Williams on 242942, appearances for the record.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I'll present that to Ms. Williams to the court. We have received a copy of the report. We do have one correction just to her address.
All right. And what is that?
Her new address is 149 Parkside.
Yeah, okay.
Fort Collins.
All right. And any other additions or subtractions?
No other additions, corrections, or.
Anything else by way of allocution?
Your Honor, we believe the recommendations are appropriate in this matter. As noted, Ms. Williams does not have any prior record. She does want the court to know that this was not any indication of who she is as a person. The police were there to arrest one of her family members. Things got very heated, and she does understand that her behavior on that day is what led her to this courtroom, and that's not appropriate moving forward. We would just ask for a bit of time to pay.
Ms. Williams, is there anything else that you wish to say? I haven't feeling that there was just a lot of emotion on that day surrounding your nephew. And so everyone there got a little wrapped up into it. I do believe your version. I don't believe that you took what was in the report as the officer described. I think it was just in the general direction, maybe. And, so from that, my understanding, you also spent 4 days that were in jail. Is that correct? 4 days, 4 days credit. Good luck with everything.
I was just going to say,
Yeah.
I-
This one's-
That was on.
I'm gonna wait for this one.
there she is right there.
Yeah, she's here right now. Miss Swims, are you ready? I'm going to end up adjourning today because of Mr. Mackey provided no information. So, all right, Mr. Gonzalez, are you ready?
I am, Judge.
But we'll go on the record. I have to put some things on the record with regard to Mr. Mackey. So if you want to go talk with him. In the matter of People versus Dallas on 241456.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Anthony Gonzalez on behalf of Mr. Dallas, who's to my left at the podium.
Are there any additions, subtractions, or deletions?
Your Honor, based on what's in the report, I have no additions, corrections, or deletions at this time.
Anything else with regard to allocation?
Your Honor, I would ask the court to adopt the recommendations here. I believe with the way this case was handled, the way that this was pled, that is the most appropriate resolution here. Mr. Dallas is apologetic for what brought him before the court here. He's since made attempts to rectify that. He's not had any alcohol since this incident date. He did do some time in Bear River. We did discuss some outpatient treatment. Your Honor, I understand that Bear River is a recommendation. If we're doing outpatient, if we could leave it open to be closer to home. He's a Saginaw resident. We discussed, Your Honor, that he's frequently traveling to Kalamazoo right now as his father was diagnosed with cancer that's kind of spread everywhere at this point. So I believe that that would be appropriate to have some more outpatient a little more locally. And then, Your Honor, I would just note that my client does have a broken back, so he is on several medications that he has prescriptions for, which I'm sure will provide the probation. Yes. And I think these recommendations are appropriate.
Well, I think that was based on what he provided with regard to Bear River.
That is where he went for an inpatient treatment for a time, Your Honor. And then from there, that's why he is no longer there. He's back home.
Well, wouldn't they have recommended outpatient as follow-up?
I don't know the specifics of that. Your
What's
Honor.
this with defendant reports he's taking ketamine shots?
Yes, I was.
Who prescribed those?
My back specialist in Bay City.
The counseling is, would be or its equivalent, so I don't have a problem with that. Adopt recommendations, time to pay, so get on a payment plan within 60 days. Anything further?
Nothing from me, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. And Mr. Purcell, are you ready on?
I don't see my client here, Your Honor.
Yeah.
I'll make a phone.
If you want to, my guess is though, Ms. Petrowski has an invitation to be here, to be in another court, I guess, by virtue of warrant.
Oh.
So, but if you want to call her, and we still got another minute.
Does that mean that's all I have?
No, no, I'm just saying before the appointed time. Were you gonna give her a call?
I'll try if the phone works. I don't think it does. No, it doesn't work.
All right.
I guess I won't give her a call.
Why don't I just do this? It is now 2:00. I'll call the case. I'm not expecting Ms. Petrowski. If she does, I believe I have to, provide a, place for her. So she can get to her next appointed round that she missed some time ago. So,
I think I looked online and noticed that there was something else kicking around.
yes. In the matter of People versus Petrowski on 2-1-3733, appearances for the record.
Paul Purcell appearing for Ms. Pietrowski.
We'll note that the defendant has failed to appear. We'll do a bench warrant with a hold, with a do not release. And a bring only to. We gotta put that on. Just bring only two. That way they know it's good. Thank you, Mr. Purcell.
Thank you, Judge.
Your appearance on behalf of the accused and those that are
This
charged.
case
with those-
perhaps would be on the accused. But
It would be on the accused, it's no longer the innocent.
yes, well, she was until I met her. Thank you.
Thank you.
That'd be the right thing.
In the matter of People versus Mackey, on file number 235554. Appearances for the record.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Candace Williams on behalf of Mr. Tavares Mackey, Vice President for Sentencing. All right, I'm filling in for Attorney Crawford, and I do have Mr. Mackey's submissions for you.
All right. And as I mentioned, it's my understanding that there are a couple things. One, first, with regard to the appearance, it's my understanding Mr. Crawford filed an appearance in late August, and so that is part of the file. Substitution was then subsequently filed, which this court signed as well. Now, with regard to Mr. Mackey, he was referred over to probation. However, it was indicated that he did not say anything to probation. Not even information with regard to background or anything else. And so with that, I'm going to adjourn today. Counsel wishes to appear with him, that's fine. But given the nature of the charges, we'd like a little more background, at least as to who Mr. Mackey is. Right now, all I see is someone who has a serious issue with women.
Your Honor, and I just spoke with Mr. Mackey. He is stating that he did do the interview back in June and that he did provide information. That is what he's telling me today. However, I did get a different statement from Ms. Slaughter.
Yeah, so, and it's my understanding that he has a case before Judge Borello involving the same victim on October 15th. What was the hearing again on that? Was that a
It's,
pre-trial?
to get a plea. It's for a plea
Plea?
on
All right.
October 14th, Your Honor, at
All right.
9 o'clock.
All right, I think what I'll do is I'll wait for that.
And Your Honor, at this time, Mr. To address this GPS pattern, he indicated that there's some restrictions on the pattern where he's only allowed to go from home and to work, and that he was requesting from this court to have some adjustments so that he could be able to visit with his children.
How's that set up? Then children involving the same victim?
When I spoke with him about that, he indicated that he doesn't have children with that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll need to work that out. I won't have a problem with that if you can just provide a visitation schedule. And so we can get that set up. I'll set the sentencing up sooner than later. This isn't gonna be something I'm gonna leave off. If I can fit it in on the 15th, then while he's here on the 15th, I just assume do it all in one day. I should note too, I believe we completed pretrial programming with Ms. Joseph. So I do want to recognize that and appreciate as far as the help let me also note, the case that you're in front of Judge Borello did not occur while you were on bond. This case, I believe, occurred before. So what we'll do is reset. We can set it for the 15th. Okay, thank you. Bond continued, and then we'll make those adjustments.
All right, thank you.
Okay, that's on Thomas.
If you don't call.
This one's, are you ready, on Thomas?
In the matter of People versus Thomas on 235381, appearances for the record.
Good afternoon, Your Honor, giving response on behalf of Ms. Stephanie Thomas, who is standing in the courtroom to my right. I am appearing on behalf of Deborah Calvin, and I do have Ms. Thomas' permission to stand in for Attorney Calvin. I did go over the PSI report with Ms. Thomas. There are no corrections, deletions, or additions to the report at this time.
Okay. And as to elocution.
As far as the recommendations go, Your Honor, it's my understanding that Ms. Thomas has been accepted into mental health court. She has actually been participating in mental health court. She was accepted back in July. She attended weekly meetings. She's also meeting with Sentencings as well. It's my understanding that she hasn't had any issues in being accepted into mental health court. And it's also my understanding that recommendations from mental health court will probably supersede the recommendations of this report.
They wouldn't, but I'm gonna adjust them, so since she's on probation with them, or their files there, I am basically gonna hold the same, and then, have her, everything be addressed within that court, so. I did not get a chance to talk with, Judge Fickner. Are you showing up every Wednesday, or is there a
Yeah.
schedule they have you on?
Everything.
Okay. And your case manager?
Okay.
Okay. Are you in counseling now as well? So what I'm going to do then is adopt the recommendations, but I'm going to change them in this fashion. With regard to number 2, upon successful completion of mental health court, number 2 will be suspended. That's on both counts 1 and 2. And then with regard to the number 4, basically, is that you will continue be compliant with the terms of mental health court. And with regard to time to pay, I don't believe there's an oversight fee on here, so we'll just strike that. And then time to pay, we'll start with 180 days, get that all. I'm not worried about the pay. Judge Bickner can deal with that. I'll see about transferring the file over there, so I don't have to deal with it. Let Judge Bickner, since they're all over there. Anything else? Good luck with everything.
Thank you.
Take care. Are you ready on this?
I am, thank you.
All right. In the matter of People versus Mathis on 242612.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Millicent Check appearing on behalf of Glenda Mathis, present today, standing to my left. This is the date and time set for sentencing, Your Honor. I have reviewed a copy of the pre-sentence investigation report. There's no corrections, additions, or deletions to be made.
Anything else by way of elocution?
Your Honor, I'd like to point out a couple things out of the pre-sentence interview report. As Ms. Slaughter had pointed out, my client has not had any retail frauds, any serious issues with the judicial system since 2009. I see there is a recommendation that she get back into mental health court and that she do the theft offender program to get her back on track. And I think that is exactly what needs to happen. She is already back doing her mental health counseling. She has a counselor by the name of Justin, and she thinks the other one is one.
Wait a minute. The psychiatrist is it?
But she is back, and she's back in mental health court. She does have plans to move to Florida when this is said and done, Your Honor, to completely get out of the state and give herself a new environment. She is working, and I believe she brought pay stubs today to let us know that she is in fact working at Hospital. And so she is, she does have the ability to pay her fines and costs.
Okay. Anything, Ms. Mathis, you want to add?
Yes, I just want to say, Your Honor, that I want to apologize to the court that I had to even bring this before you. It was very petty. It was very selfish of me. And I just want to apologize to the court. And thank you.
Well, the only thing I could think of when I saw your name again and seeing the, you know, it's not the first time that we've had you around here. I understand that it was pretty little amount, but it still was kind of some of the same. You know, the only thing I could think of was Frankie Beverly's song "Running Away." Because if I had my way, I tell you, I'd make it all okay. A little piece for me and you, right?
Yes.
So let's get you linked back up to Miss Joseph. And go from there. Do it this way. You spent 2 days, it's 2 days credit. The only thing that I ask is the 75 and 50 fees. I'm gonna strike number 2.
Thank you.
And CST to complete the same. And then alternative would be 25. Time to pay on those fees are, shall we say, 60 days?
Great.
Okay. All right.
Thank you,
Don't get
Judge.
confused. Just do it all. We'll make it through. Good luck, Ms. Mathis. What are we at?
Did we do Ms. Williams?
People versus Smalley,
President.
file number 242793. Parents,
Oh, sorry.
parents are for the record.
May it please the court, Kent Greenfield on behalf of Ms. Smalley, who is standing to my left.
Any additions, subtractions, or deletions?
Brief explanation, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
Your Honor, last time we were here, Jenna was terrified and embarrassed. And she was looking off to the corner in the embarrassment. There was no disrespect meant by her. The court reprimanded her for not, for looking in the corner, looking like she was disrespectful. There was, in my conversations with her, no disrespect to the court meant whatsoever, and if it was taken that way, she apologized. Ms. Smalley has come to the realization or realizes that she needs to think about when she's gonna be driving before she drinks. This is a situation where she didn't anticipate driving, but did after drinking. She owns up to that. But giving thought to when she's drinking, is she gonna be driving? We are truly hoping she never darkens the doorway of the court again. That's all I've been drinking. We would ask the court to follow the recommendations, except with the interlock on the car paying for that, paying for reimbursement of law enforcement, prosecutor's office, and her taxes to help pay for that stuff. Those fines add up to quite a bit, along with her having to pay for the different services. So we would just ask the court to modify the amount of money that is recommended she pay, other than that, follow the recommendations.
With regard then, court will adopt the recommendations as amended, $500 fines and costs. Strike number 9, see the conversation I've had with regard to District 3. And then with regard to 12 will be CST or its equivalent. And then time to pay, we'll start with 90 days.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good luck. Thank you.
I said we're at 2:30.
So that's probation.